On a partly cloudy, beautiful day here in the middle of October, we welcome you here to the breast cancer awareness match between your post-university Eagles women's soccer team and Caldwell Cougars University. Griffin Cass on end here at Lemoy Field on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. It is the number 3 seed in the CACC, Caldwell University, in town to face the number 10 seed in the CACC, Post University Eagles. The Eagles are 2-7-2 overall coming into this one, 1-4-2 in conference. And for Caldwell, they are 5-3-3 overall, 3-1-3 in conference heading into this matchup with the Eagles. Head coach for Caldwell University is Sammy Adjei in his first year at the helm. Assistant coaches Jennifer Schlageter. And for your Eagles, it is Renato Topali in his first year at the helm. And this Eagles squad last season went 9-9-1 overall, 7-4-1 in conference play. As Caldwell, they will be in the red uniforms. Your Eagles will be in the white uniforms. Caldwell will be moving from right to left. Eagles left to right to start. In net for Caldwell will be Ariana Gamonera, the sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. She's wearing number 1 on the back of her jersey. And for the Eagles, it's number 00 in net, Alexis Campbell, a freshman goalkeeper. As we are getting set here to be underway, let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start first with the visiting Cougars. It's Rosio Cardenas, who scored a goal last game on Saturday versus Georgian Court University. Melissa Martinez, Sarah Costanza, Lucy Rodnar, Megan Fian, Leah Sophie Moshing, Isabella Vitello, Mariana Ferreira, Alex Pardo, and Maggie Modelis. Those are the starters for the Cougars. Let's start with the Eagles as we are underway. It'll be Bianca Stiles, Amber McGee, Lydia Asamoah, Sierra Tarantino, Haley McGee, Reese Cloetzer, Kaylee Sirianni, Kayla Agostinelli, Alyssa Hebb, and Jordan Callis. As we have a throw in here on the near side for Caldwell, that goes out of play. Last touch by Reese Cloetzer. It is Sarah Costanza and the Cougars here facing off against the McGee sisters and the Eagles here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Waterbury, Connecticut. Glad you could be with us here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network. Griffin Cass on hand here at Lemoy Field. As we take a little look at Haley McGee here, throws it in. McGee finally found the back of the net for the Eagles, scoring 3 times across the 2 games post-played this past week. That earned her an honor roll spot in the CACC. McGee scored twice against Dominican, giving Post University the lead twice before the Lady Chargers would knot it back up both times to force a 2-2 tie in the match. That was on Wednesday, October 11th. And then versus Chestnut Hill this past weekend on Saturday in a 4-1 loss, McGee would tack on one more goal for good measure, her 3rd of the week on 5 total shots for 6 total points, and that would get her some recognition in the CACC. Number 9, Haley McGee in white for your Eagles. 2 minutes gone here in this first half between the Eagles and the Chargers. And for Haley McGee, 8 points on the season, 3 goals, 2 assists. Her sister trails her in points at 7. Amber McGee with 3 goals and 1 assist. Throw in for the Eagles on the far side. This is a matchup the Eagles desperately need to win. Looking at the CACC standings, the top 8 make the playoffs. Eagles currently at the 10th spot right now, including today. 5 more matchups left in the 2023 regular season campaign. The season has just absolutely flown by. As we look at the Cougars, this is the Cougars and the Eagles' first time matching up here in this season, but this is not the Cougars' first time playing here at Lemoy Field in 2023. They were involved in the Post-University Classic back on August 31st and September 2nd. In their first game, they lost to Pace 2-1 and then defeated University of New Haven 1-0 on September 2nd. Throw in here on the near side, Isabella Vitella, number 22 in red, tosses it in. And Cloetzer knocks it out. 41.5 to play here in this first half. All-time record between the Eagles and the Cougars. Eagles 5-13-3 overall. Their last matchup came on October 20th, 2022, nearly a year ago, where the Cougars defeated the Eagles 1-0. As here's Alex Pardo with a nice ball. Amber McGee takes it away. Now here's Bianca Stiles looking to send the long ball for Asamoah here on the near side. It goes out of play. Throwing for the Cougars on the near side. Taking a look at the CACC standings for women's soccer. Caldwell at that 3 spot behind Wilmington and Jefferson. Jefferson the number 1 seed at 5-0-1 in CACC play. And Wilmington right behind them at 5-1 in CACC play. Jefferson and Wilmington have identical overall record. That's 7-2-2 overall. Caldwell 5-3-3 overall. So again, more than likely, Caldwell will find themselves in the 2023 CACC playoffs, barring a late season collapse. And the Eagles are fighting for position to possibly crack that top 8 spot. A win here today would be so helpful for their playoff prospects and aspirations. Megan Feeney with a nice ball downfield, number 14 in red. It'll be Alexis Campbell coming out of the net. Costanza gets her head on it. Sirianni coming in. Costanza gets her foot on it. Sarah Costanza, someone to look out for on this Cougar squad. Number 10 in red. She has 15 points on the season, 7 goals, 1 assist. As here's Amber McGee with the theft. Passes to her sister here on the near side. Jordan Callis in the middle. Callis with a nice move. Leads Asamoah here on the near side. Asamoah tracks it down on the end line. And that will go out of play. Last touch by Leah Sophie Moshing, number 16 in red. So it'll be a Eagles throw-in here in the near corner. McGee will take it with 38:40 remaining here in this first half. Still no score between the Cougars and the Eagles. Beautiful throw in there by McGee. Alex Pardo gets a body on it. Here's Jordan Callis, the first year, number 17 in white. Taps it to Heb. Heb tries to lead Sirianni in this near corner. Sirianni one-on-one action here with Vitella. And it'll be scooped up by Gaminera. Taking a look at Ariana Gaminera. 11 games played, 10 goals allowed, 56 saves. For the sophomore keeper from Las Vegas, Nevada. And taking a look at Alexis Campbell. 5 games played, 11 goals allowed, 25 saves. As this one goes out of play here on the near side with 37:15 to play in the first half. It'll be Vitella to throw it in here on the near side. Melissa Martinez in 8, looks to cut it towards the middle. That pass intercepted by Amber McGee. And then McGee knocks it out of play on that far side. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Eagles, it's Alexis Campbell in net, Bianca Stiles, Amber McGee, Lydia Asamoah, Sierra Tarantino, Haley McGee, Reese Cloetzer, Kaylee Sirianni, Kayla Agacinelli, Alyssa Hebb, and Jordan Callis. That's who got the start here today with 36-15 remaining here in this first half. Still no score between the Eagles and the Cougars. No shots on goal for either team here to start. It's Martinez with the theft. Rosio Cardenas, who had a goal this past weekend. The low goal for the Cougars against Georgian Court University. Knocks that out of play. Alyssa Hebb with a nice play to get the Eagles the ball. Sirianni looking for a teammate. She's got Asamoah. And Asamoah is looking for a teammate. Eagles look a little discombobulated here on the offensive end to start. You got Asamoah for the whistle right there. Seemed like Asamoah was not happy with her teammates after the play there. As Vitella drew the foul, Asamoah picked it up. Lydia Asamoah, senior from Manchester, Connecticut. Now here's Alyssa Hebb with the tap back to Agacinelli. Goes over to Tarantino on the far side. Nice pressure there by Vitella. Excuse me, that was Alex Pardo with the pressure. Tarantino with it on that far side. It's Bianca Stiles here on the near side. Leads the long ball to Sirianni in the near corner. Will Sirianni be able to get there? A lot of contact between Sirianni and Vitella. As they say, Sirianni was out of play there. So Finn will take the free kick. Line drive kick here to the near sideline. Asamoah gets a foot on it. Cal is coming in to fight for it. And they get the foul on Radnar. Lucy Radnar, number 11 in red. We'll have a free kick here for the Eagles. It'll be Haley McGee to take it. And Haley McGee has had a busy past 2 games. On Wednesday, October 11th, scored the 2 goals versus Dominican University of New York. And then on Saturday, had the lone goal in the 4-1 loss versus Chestnut Hill College. It goes back to McGee. McGee sends a long ball towards the net, and it is vacuumed in by Gamonera. 32:45 remaining here in the first half. The men's programs for these 2 universities will be coming up next here on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network at 2:30, and that's a clear handball there by Reese Cloetzer, number 10 in white. So Megan Fien will take the free kick here. 32:15 to play in the first half. Fien with a beautiful ball near the box. It'll be Campbell swallowing it up. Is Tarantino with a burst of speed on the far side. And now that will be hit out of play by Alyssa Hebb, 16 in white, 31:50 to play here in the first half. Throwing on the far side for the Cougars. Ferreira taps it to a teammate. Leia Sophie moshing now to Vitella here on the near side. Vitella has Sirianni closing in. And they would say it's last touch by Sirianni. A lot of contact between both of the number 5s there, Cardenas and McGee. 31:05 remaining here in the first half. So we get a free kick here for the Eagles. 30:15 to play in the first half. It'll be Hebb to take it. An overload on that far side towards the middle. Hebb raises her hand, takes the kick, leads it towards the near post. That's a beautiful ball. It sails out of play, however. Amber McGee not able to get there. Sun's starting to peek through a little bit more here with 29:25 to play in the first half. It'll be Fian on the far side, the tap to Modales. And now Martinez comes to get it at midfield. A nice theft there by Kloetzer. Hebb now with it. The backfield working around for the Eagles. Long ball sent by Stiles over to Asamoah. She taps it towards the middle. Stiles has Sirianni here on the near side. Fian knocks it out of play. Throw in for the Eagles coming up here on the near side with a little over 28 minutes of play here in this first half. Still no score between the Cougars and the Eagles here. McGee to toss in. McGee, a nice cross. And that will sail out of play. She did not have a teammate there to receive the pass. Martinez with the theft. Now on the move for the Cougars. Thought about passing it. She'll work it back to Cardenas. Now it goes ahead to Asamoah, and it'll be Vitella coming in. Sophie Moshing over to Fian on that far side. Fian sends a long ball. Modalise collects it, crosses it. No one there for the Cougars. 26.5 to play in the first half. Sirianni looks to send the long ball. Modalise with an opportunity. Moving to her right. Nice pass. Intercepted by the Eagles. Costanza has a good look. She takes it. And that shot was a little too high. Great look there for the Cougars. Probably their best look they have had all first half. And we will have our first corner kick of the game. It'll be in the right corner for the Cougars. Martinez to take it. Beautiful ball. Cardenas gets her head on it. Asamoah looking to clear it out. Nice play there by Fian. Megan Fian, 14 in red, has had herself a productive first half thus far. And it's touched to Sirianni here on the near side, right at midfield. She leads a nice ball for McGee. McGee looking to take out her do-it-yourself kit, and she will work it back to Kloetzer. Under 25 minutes to play here in this first half. Sirianni with the cross, and it'll be Gamanera securing the ball. 24:45 remaining here in this first half. Sophie Moshing over to Vitella here on the near sideline. Vitella, nice look for Costanza. Now it's Cardenas. Back to Costanza. Costanza with a nice ball to Vitella. Vitella in the near corner. Tries to cross it. Cardenas with an opportunity. She shoots. And it was blocked by Campbell. Beautiful block there by Alexis Campbell. As the Cougars are accumulating some nice looks here in the middle of this first half. Renato Topoli conveying to his team to work harder. Under 24 to play here in this first half. One shot on goal for the Cougars, 0 for the Eagles. As we'll have another corner kick here in the left corner for the Cougars. Martinez gets it back off the corner. And now it is the Eagles taking it away. Sirianni has Asamoah on the near side. Works it back to Heb. Heb goes to the far side and Tarantino. Tarantino looking for a teammate. Throw in, Eagles, far side. I believe that is Heb to toss in. Kloetzer moving to her right, trying to play some bully ball here, works it back to Styles. Styles now with a nice ball. Gamanera jumps up to haul in the ball. Again, including this one, this 2023 regular season winding down for both of these squads. 5 games including this one for the Eagles, 4 games including this one for the Cougars remain here in this regular season. That's a nice play by Asamoah on the near sideline right at midfield. Vitella tosses it into Pardo. 21:40 to play in the first half. Cardenas cuts it back. Gets it to Martinez. But now the Eagles take it away. It's Augustinelli. Passes it to Callis, but it's out of her reach. Ronar comes in to intercept it. Ferreira. Pass intended for Martinez. Sails out of play past the end line. A little over 21 to play here in this first half. It'll be a Campbell goal kick here for the Eagles. This Eagles squad has accumulated 56 shots on goal this season. Their opponents have accumulated 111 coming into this match. It'll be Costanza looking for a shot on goal. Has it taken away. Amber McGee with the theft. Callis battling with Ronar here on the near side. Not able to keep it in play was Callis. Under 20 now to play here in this first half. Vitella to toss in. Knocked out a play by Asamoah. Costanza knocks it off of Amber McGee. Martinez in that far corner. Works it back to Ferreira. Nice play there by Heb. We get a substitution in here. It'll be Kayla Willis, 18 in red, checking in for the first time.
Now to the game for the Cougars, number 18, Kayla Willis.
A defender and a forward, a junior.
Cougar corner kick taken by number 25, Maggie Modelis.
Martinez checks out. It'll be Maggie Modelis to take the corner here. Kayla Willis from Union, New Jersey. It goes right to Willis, and she cannot get a foot on it. Under 18 to play here in this first half. Still no score between the Cougars and the Eagles. One shot on goal for the Cougars, 0 for the Eagles. Throwing on the far side for Caldwell. It'll be Willis to toss it in. Costanza with the cross, and it is swallowed up by Campbell. It was Callis calling for it off of the cut. Wanted to give and go there. Under 17 to play here in this first half. Martinez with the assist to Cardenas with the H2O. Vitella knocks it out of play. Ronar and Callis have been battling for the majority of this first half. Callis a first year, Ronar a fourth year. Sophie Moshing takes it away from McGee, but then incoming is Asamoah with a nice slide tackle and knock it out of play. Into the game now for the first time is Samantha Daycake, number 4 in red.
Now into the game for the Cougars, number 4, Samantha Daycake.
She sums out Rosio Cardenas with 15:25 to play here in this first half. Throw in for the Cougars, Vitella to toss it in. Sirianni gets it back to Kloetzer. Kloetzer, pass intercepted by Modalis. And now here comes the Cougars in transition. Tried to lead Willis on that far side. Tarantino and Willis in that foot race. Tarantino wins it by knocking it out of play. Goal kick here for the Eagles. 14.5 to play in the first half.
Well done, Bella. Well done, kid. Well done. Well done.
Nice header there by Vitella. It is crossed to Ferreira on that far side. Ferreira now looking to turn on the Jets. Crosses midfield. Nice pass to Willis. Willis looks to lead Daycake. Styles interrupts the flow for Caldwell. Now it's worked back to Agostinelli. Gets it over to McGee. Now Amber McGee passes to Kloetzer. Kloetzer's pass intercepted by Vitella. Now it is Daycake on the move. Sirianni hits the deck. Ball goes out of play. Last touch by the Cougars. Okay, coming up next is men's soccer between these two programs, starting at 2:30 right here at Lemoy Field on the beautiful campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Costanza has a look. She shoots. And that will go right to Campbell.
Good, Samantha. Well done, kid.
Agostinelli back to McGee. McGee has Sirianni on the near side. She comes to it. Taps it to Asamoah. Oh, they tried to get the give and go right there. Leia Sophie Mashi with a nice play, and then Asamoah with a nice play. Beautiful slide tackle there by number 6 in white. 12 minutes to play here in the first half. Throw in for Vitella here on the near side. 2 shots on goal for the Cougars, 0 for the Eagles. It's Leia Sophie Moshing. Gets it back to her center back. Megan Feehan looks to send the long ball. It's intercepted by Heb. Heb knocks it over to Gamanera. It gets past Stiles. Stiles makes up for it, though, and gets right back into the play. How about Bianca Stiles? That's Kayla Silva. She checks in for the first time for Caldwell. Number 3 in red. Motorly subs out.
Now into the match for the Cougars, number 3, Kayla Silva.
Silva is a sophomore forward from Bloomfield, New Jersey. It goes to Sophie Moshing. The tap to Daycake. That's a very smart play there by Asamoah. So crafty. Just knocked it off of Daycake out of play, throwing for the Eagles on the near side with 10.5 to play in this first half. It goes up ahead to Ronar. Cal is fighting for it, but she is double teamed, and the Cougars take it away momentarily. Daycake the cross to Willis. It is Kayla Willis, not able to get the proper foot on that one. As we get some substitutions coming to the sidelines for the Eagles. They haven't had any subs come into the game yet. It's Ferreira, Stefanidis, and Meyer getting set to check in for the Eagles. Vitella to toss in, 9:45 to play in the first half. Sirianni heads it out of play. Kayla Willis with a nice ball. It's Silva. Eagles look to clear it out as it goes out of play. Throw in here for Caldwell on the near side. Coming up on 9 minutes to play in this first half. It's Pardo. Nice move. And that's a beautiful play by Amber McGee. It goes back to Pardo. She shoots. Amber McGee all over the pitch. What hustle there by Amber McGee. Unbelievable hustle there by McGee. Now it's her sister, Haley McGee, crossing it to Sirianni on the near side. 8:25 to play in the first half. Sirianni fires it. And it is caught by Gamanera. It is Ferreira turning on the Jets on that far sideline. Pass intercepted by Tarantino now. Tarantino works it to McGee. McGee taps it to Cloetzer. Cloetzer has it taken away by Pardo. And now Pardo comes to get it off of the pass from Costanza. Sirianni tried to get the give and go from Cloetzer. Pass intercepted by Ronar. Now it's Heb with some physical play. $7:10 to play in this first half. 2 shots on goal for the Cougars, 0 for the Eagles. Tarantino thought about the cross. It was congested in the middle of the field. Now Augustinelli. Cloetzer tried to charge in. Now it is Daycake on the move, crossing midfield. Sirianni tracking her down, and Cloetzer gets off the pass to Silva. It is Silva on the far side. Tries a shot, and Amber McGee once again comes in to help out Alexis Campbell. Silva thought about the shot. Works it back to Pardo. That ball goes out of play. Substitutions coming in here for the Eagles. It is Meyer, Blue and Chile, Taylor Morales, Tasia Ferreira, and Anna Stefanidis into the game now for the Eagles to close out this first half. 5:45 to play in this first half. Throwing for the Eagles on the far side. So a flurry of Eagles check out. Asamoah, Cloetzer, Sirianni, McGee, and Tarantino all out now.
Down to the game for the Eagles. Number 2, Anna Stefanidis. Number 3, Zoe Meyer. Number 18, Larissa Blanchili. Number 15, Taylor Morales. And number 7, Tasia Ferreira.
5 minutes to play here in this first half. Still no score between the Eagles and the Cougars. Nice foot there by Blue and Chile. Number 18 in white into the game now with some fresh legs. They got Ronar for the foul. And Callis draws the contact right there. It'll be a free kick here for the Eagles. Alyssa Hebb will take it right at midfield with 4:35 to play in this first half. Hebb with a line drive kick. And Gamonera swallows it up. It is crossed to the far side. Ferreira, 24 in red. Looks to tap it to a teammate. Eagles take it away. Ferreira gives it right back. 3:35 to play in the first half. It'll be a cross over to Vitella here on the near side. Vitella met by Meyer, eludes her, eludes another Eagle. That's Stefanidis that she eluded and gets the pass over to Ferreira on the far side. Sammy Adjei telling his team to press up. It's across to Pardo in the middle. Pardo back to Silva on that far side. Silva hits the deck, and they call the whistle on Morales. So the freshman defender from Shrilly, New York, gets called for the whistle right there. Under 3 minutes to play now in this first half. Free kick for the Cougars on the far side. Players getting set in front of the box. Here's the free kick. That's a beautiful ball. And it is who else but Amber McGee getting involved on the defensive side for the Eagles. Ronar trying to take on the entire team by herself. Ferreira now has it taken away by Fian. And Fian knocks it out of play. Crystal Johnson into the game now for the first time. Number 2 in red. She will sub out Samantha Daycake.
Down to the game for the Cougars. Number 2, Crystal Johnson.
Crystal Johnson, a junior forward, stands at 5'2", majoring in criminal justice. Now it is Amber McGee taking it towards the near side. She tries to lead Meyer. Pass intercepted by Vitella at the moment, and the Eagles take it right back. Here is Meyer. 1:25 remaining in the first half. Meyer taps it to Stefanidis. And Stefanidis in that near corner tries to elude her opponents. Taps it back to Ferreira, and it is taken away by Johnson. 70 seconds to play in this first half. First half winding down with neither team able to put one into the back of the net. Under a minute now to play in this first half. Goes to Ferreira on the far side for the Cougars. Stefanidis takes it away. But now the Cougars able to take it right back, trying to work the ball around, and is knocked out of play by Augustinelli. 35 seconds to play in the first half. Throw in for the Cougars on that far side. Under 25 seconds now to play in the first half. Willis crosses it. Vitella thinking about the shot. She takes it, and it is wide left.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And at the end of the first half, your score, the Caldwell Cougars 0, Post University 0.
So that concludes the first half with a 0-0 game heading into halftime. Caldwell gets off a few good looks, but none were able to go into the back of the net. 2 shots on goal for the Cougars, 0 for the Eagles as we head into the halftime. As we head into halftime, with the score all even at 0.
champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
In a country where 1 in 5 people are affected by a mental health condition, it's time for all of us to step up and change the conversation.
We all have stress in our lives and manage it in different ways.
Grades,
Finances.
practice,
Family.
games,
Finals.
homework,
Playing time.
Friends.
Midterms.
treatment, studying.
Sleep. Time for me.
We don't have to find the balance on our own.
It's okay not to be okay.
We're all in this together.
People can and do get better.
Caring about one another can be your competitive advantage.
Communicate.
Be aware.
Show compassion.
Be a champion for each other.
Hope starts with you.
Hope starts with me.
Hope starts with us. We are CACC student athletes, and we are breaking the stigma.
The NCAA has nearly 500,000 student-athletes from more than 1,200 member schools and conferences. There are more than 19,000 teams competing for 90 championships in 24 sports across 3 divisions. Division II has more than 124,000 student-athletes from over 302 colleges and universities. The division offers athletic scholarships while balancing a collegiate athletic environment that encourages student-athletes to discover and pursue what they love. The annual NCAA convention is where Division II members implement new rules. Delegates from every school and conference gather to discuss and vote on each proposal. Each eligible school, conference office, and the Student-Athlete Advisory Committee hold one vote. New rules in Division II can originate in one of 2 ways. A majority of proposals start in Division II committees. Those groups, comprised of representatives from member schools or conferences, debate concepts and forward recommendations to the Division's Management Council and President's Council. The Division II Management Council reviews each proposal from the committees, makes recommendations, and forwards them to the President's Council. The President's Council, composed of college presidents and chancellors, is the top leadership group in Division II. Its primary function is to establish and direct general policy and strategic direction for the division. It is the only group within the governance structure that can sponsor legislation for a vote at convention on its own. New rules can also be proposed directly from Division II members. If 15 active Division II schools or 2 conferences sign on as sponsors, the proposal will be voted on by the entire Division II membership, no matter what position the division's committees and councils take. Through the legislative process, the Division II membership and its representatives enact change across the division.
All right, halftime is nearing its conclusion, and we are getting ready to start for the second half here at Lemoy Field on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. No score as we are getting ready to start the second half of play between the Eagles and the Cougars. 2 shots on goal for the Cougars in that first half, 0 for the Eagles. As we definitely saw some back and forth action in that first half. Cougars got better looks than the Eagles did towards the end of that first half especially. But they couldn't put any of them back into the back of the net. And the Cougars will start with it to begin this second half. Again, coming up next right after this one is the men's between these 2 programs, Caldwell and Post. That will start at 2:30. Again, huge matchup here between 2 squads in the CACC coming into this one. Caldwell number 3 in the CACC as the second half is underway. Post is number 10 in the CACC. This game matters a lot more for Post looking at the standings with including this game. 5 games remain for your Eagles in their 2023 campaign, 4 for the Cougars. And the Eagles currently sitting at that 10th spot in the CACC standings at 1-4-2 in conference, 2-7-2 overall. Holy Family is right in front of them at 2-2-3 over in conference. And for Caldwell, they are number 3 in the CACC standings, 3-1-3 in conference, 5-3-3 record overall. Over a minute played here in the second half. It's Larissa Blue and Sheely getting the start for the Eagles in this second half, number 18 in white. Vitella trying to break her move on that far side, but it went out of play, throwing for the Eagles. It is Stiles looking to send the long ball down to McGee. McGee looks to lead Asamoah in that far corner. Asamoah not able to get there. That one will sail past the end line. 42-45 remaining in regulation. Goal kick here for Gamonera. A physical contact there. Sirianni a little slow to get up. 11 in white for the Eagles as the clock will stop at 42-11. Sirianni is going to walk it off. Sirianni, a tough player for Renata Topali, stays in the game. Here's Asamoah. Her shot was deflected, and it will caroom out to Melissa Martinez on that far side. Knocked out of play by Willis. Kayla Willis, number 18. She did not start in this one, but starting here in the second half for Sammy Adjay. 41-35 remaining in the second half. Asamoah hits the turf and they get the whistle against the Cougars. Asamoah draws the contact. Sammy Adjay thinks it was a little bit of a sell job there by Asamoah, and it'll be a free kick here for Tarantino on the far sideline. In the defensive zone for the Cougars. Tarantino with a beautiful ball. It is McGee trying to get her head on it, but it goes above the net. Great look there for the Eagles. Leah Sophie Moshing. Line drive kick intercepted by Sirianni. Now ahead to Asamoah. Sophie Moshing gets the ball back for the Cougars. Ferreira. Pass sails past Cardenas. Augustinelli will toss in here on the near side. She gets it right into Sirian, who taps it back. And now it's worked back to McGee in the backfield. McGee crosses it to Styles on the far side. 39:40 to play in regulation. Styles, a nice ball for Asamoah. Asamoah settles it down. Tarantino. Lot of contact on that far side. And Jordan Callis draws the foul for the Eagles. Sammy Adjei voicing his displeasure from the sidelines to the officials. It'll be Sirianni to take the free kick. Under 39 minutes to play in regulation. Sirianni, the senior midfielder from Glenside, Pennsylvania, with a nice ball. The header! Wide right of the net. Great look there for the Eagles. They've had some nice looks here to begin this second half on those free kicks. It'll be Vitella now on the move, works it to Pardo. Pardo crosses it to the near side and Ferreira. Sirianni with aggressive play, charging towards the ball. As she gets shoved in the back. Sirianni has just been roughed up all game. She's taken a lot of contact. Yeah, she's very tough. She's a warrior. She gets up immediately after the contact. Ronar with off the interception. Ronar with a nice ball, intercepted by McGee. Costanza, who has not been too much of a factor for the Cougars. The Eagles have done a great job in slowing her roll down. It's Martinez now, who had an assist last game versus Georgian Court, looking to take on the whole team. It's Willis moving to her left. Willis looks for the shot. She takes it, and it is deflected out of play by Campbell with 37:15 to play in the first half. In the second half, excuse me.
Cougar corner kick taken by number 14, Megan Feehan.
So we'll have our first corner kick of the second half here. It'll be Megan Feehan to take it. 36:45 remaining in the second half. She just taps it to Pardo. Back to Feehan. Feehan the shot. Feehan puts it into the back of the net. With 36 minutes remaining in regulation, the Cougars strike first and break open the seal.
Caldwell goal, her second of the season, scored by number 14, Megan Feehan. Assisted by number 32, Alex Pardo. Pardo to Feehan with 36:34 remaining in the second half.
So Megan Feehan, her second goal on the season, gives Caldwell the 1-0 lead with 36.5 remaining in regulation, and now it is the Eagles chasing one. Megan Feehan, the senior defender from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, with a beautiful strike. Now it's Sirianni. Martinez and Sirianni get tangled up. Clock stopped at 36:02. As the official and Sammy Adjei have a conversation. So Free kick here for the Eagles. Heb will take it here on the near sideline. It's a nice ball, and it sails past the right post. So I have a corner kick here.
Corner kick taken by number 8, Sierra Tarantino.
Tarantino will take the corner in the right corner for the Eagles. 35-35 remaining in regulation. Tarantino takes it. Beautiful ball. Callis with the shot. Wide left. Ten minutes played here in the second half. If you're just tuning in, Caldwell broke open the seal 2 minutes ago with Megan Feehan, who has it right now, putting it into the back of the net. That was her second goal on the season. A nice ball. Broken up by the Eagles. Rodnar taps it. It is Pardo now on the move. Leads the ball towards the far corner. 34.5 to play in regulation. Eagles chasing a goal. Rodnar knocks it out of play. Asamoah with the kick. And Gamanera falls on it. Under 34 to play here in the second half. Reese Cloettes are getting set to check in for the Eagles. Cloettes are back in.
Blue into the game for the Eagles, number 10, Reese Klutzer.
Blue and Sheely checks out. Martinez ahead. Willis tried the give and go. Interrupted by Agacinelli. Under 33 to play in regulation. Ball sails out of play on the far side. Styles to throw in. Number 4 in white for the Eagles. The senior defender from Auckland, New Zealand, tosses it into Asamoah. Martinez here on the near side. One-on-one action with Agacinelli. Taps it to Willis, and Willis not able to get there. Goes past the end line, and it will go with the Eagles. 13 minutes played here in the second half. 3 shots on goal for the Cougars, 1 for the Eagles. And it's 1-0 Caldwell here. And these next 31 minutes and 40 seconds, so crucial for the Eagles. They really cannot afford to drop this one in conference, as they are trying to crack their way into the top 8. Currently at number 10 in the CACC standings. The theft by Vitella. Now it is the Cougars on the move. Vitella works it up to a teammate. That is Josephine Monteiro, who has checked in for the first time here in the second half. Pardo Works it over to Ferreira. Ferreira angles towards the middle. 14 minutes played here in the second half. Sirianni once again hits the deck. How many times have we seen Kaylee Sirianni knocked to the ground? Martinez, a shot just wide left of the goal. Great look there for Martinez and the Cougars. Melissa Martinez on Saturday had an assist to Rosio Cardenas. She just tried to get a goal herself. Augustinelli, the tap to McGee. 30-30 remaining in regulation. Pass intercepted by Raunar. McGee and Raunar converge. And they get Raunar for the whistle. And lots of coverage here on the Nest Network here at Post University today on this Tuesday. Soccer doubleheader with Caldwell and Post. Women's here at noon. Men's start at 2:30, and then tonight it'll be Caldwell and Post. Women's volleyball. That will start at 7 o'clock at Drubner. With 29:47, the clock is stopped. And that's Sierra Tarantino shaken up for the Eagles. Number 8 in white, the senior midfielder from Southampton, Pennsylvania. As the training staff will come out to attend to her. We'll step aside for just a moment here on the Nest Network. So Zoe Meyer takes the place of Sierra Tarantino coming out of the injury timeout here. 29:47 remaining in regulation. A 1-0 lead for the Cougars over the Eagles. Throwing for the Cougars on the far side. That's a good sign for Eagles fans. Sierra Tarantino able to walk on her own. And this one goes to Willis at midfield. Taken away by Styles. And McGee gets boxed out to the ground looking for a foul. Doesn't get the call. And now it is Lucy Ronar. Goes back to Campbell. She elects to go to Augustinelli here on the near side. Styles a long ball. Montero comes to get it. She had it taken away by Meyer. Montero tries to throw her body into Kloetzer. Throw in here on the near side for the Cougars, coming up on 28 minutes to play in regulation. It is tossed into Costanza, and now Sirianni with the takeaway. Vitella taps it over to Montero. Last touch by the Cougars as it goes out of play. 27:35 remaining in regulation. It'll be thrown for the Eagles on the far side. Styles to toss in. Kloetzer comes to the ball, taps it to Head, and now it is Alyssa Head working it back to Augustinelli. Augustinelli sends the long ball, hits the head of Ronar, and it will go out of play. Last touch by Ronar, throwing for the Eagles on the near side. Sirianni will toss in. McGee with the long ball. .26:40 remaining in regulation. Post still chasing one. Trailing 1-0 versus the Cougars. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles on the far side. The honorable CACC selection, and Haley McGee tosses it in. I believe they get Willis for the handball there. Sammy Adjei not happy at the mistake by the Cougars. Free kick here for the Eagles. Right in the middle of the field. It'll be Heb. She will take it. Heb takes it. And it just sails past the goal. Wow, that was extremely close as Rosio Cardenas checks back in for the Cougars.
To the game for the Cougars, number 5,
Monteiro checks out.
And number 25, Maggie Modalis.
And Maggie Modalis also checks in for the Cougars. Monteiro and Willis will check out for Caldwell. Goal kick here for Gamonera. Goes right to midfield and right to Zoe Meyer. And now Vitello with the tap to Costanza right at midfield. Again, Sarah Costanza leading the team in goals on the season. Has really not been a factor for Caldwell today, as that is knocked out of play by Heb. Sarah Costanza, 7 goals, 15 points on the season in 11 games played. And again, has just really not been too prevalent here in this one. Megan Feehan with the lone goal for the Cougars here in this one. That came with 36 minutes left to play here in the second half. 23:40 now to play. So plenty of time for the Eagles. But again, this is a game that they just really cannot afford to lose, as they are number 10 in the CACC. That's a nice long ball sent by Stiles. McGee battling. Vitello crosses it to Ferreira. Now it goes ahead to Costanza. Some nice movement here by the Cougars. It is Martinez ahead of the field. Martinez has it taken away by Amber McGee. Under 23 minutes of play here in regulation. Throw in for the Cougars on the near side. It'll be Ferreira to toss in. She has Martinez right to her right. She elects to go to Costanza. Costanza battling with McGee there. And McGee grabbing her ribs. Clock stopped at 22:22 as the official will check in on Amber McGee. It appears as if she is okay. Clock will resume at 22:22, and it'll be a corner kick here in the near corner for Melissa Martinez and the Cougars. Modalis works it back. Ferreira to the right side in Raunar. Now it is Pardo looking to lead Martinez. Stiles all over her. And Stiles will let it go out of play. Smart play there by the defender from Auckland, New Zealand, the senior, number 4, Bianca Stiles. And now it will go to Augustinelli on the far side. 21:40 to play in regulation. 3 shots on goal for the Cougars, 1 for the Eagles. In a 1-0 game here. It goes right to Sirianni, but it is poked by Ferreira. Now it's Martinez looking to lead Cardenas on the far side. The backfield for the Eagles working it around here. It's Stiles on the near side. Goes to Sirianni right here at midfield, right in front of us. Megan Feehan using her size here on Asamoah. Throwing on the near side as Sirianni on the turf as the clock will stop at 20:16. Kaylee Sirianni, who's been roughed up all game long. But again, she's an absolute trooper, able to get up and walk it off once more. Under 20 minutes to play in regulation. Still a 1-0 lead for Caldwell. It is Stiles working it back to her keeper. Caldwell moving it around in the backfield. It goes out of play, throwing for the Eagles. On the near side, Tasia Ferreira checks in for the Eagles, number 7 in white. McGee. That ball is intercepted by Vitella, and now it's Cardenas on the move on the far side. Cardenas has some teammates around her. Gets it to Modalise. Modalise taps it to Martinez. And it is Ferreira interrupting the flow for Caldwell. Now it's Asamoah here on the near side, running with Ferreira. Taps it to her. And then Rana with a nice play, knocking out of play. 18 minutes to play here in regulation. McGee to throw in on the near side. Nice ball. Asamoah tries the Houdini there. And we get a Cougar down on the pitch. Clock stopped at 17:19. That was Isabella Vitella on the turf. She's able to be helped up. And now able to walk it off for the Cougars. Corner kick for the Eagles. Near corner. It'll be Alyssa Hebb to take it. It's a nice ball. Asamoah tracks it down on the far sideline. Asamoah looked for the cross. And now it's cleared out by the Cougars. Under 17 minutes to play in regulation. Eagles throwing, far sideline, McGee to toss in. McGee comes in, looks for the cross. Ferreira gets her head on it, and it goes in! And the goal will not count. Clock does not count, or excuse me, goal does not count. Looks like there was contact with Gaminera in that box. And you cannot make contact with the keeper. The Eagles with a great opportunity there. Amber McGee pleading with the official. So the goal does not count for the Eagles. Still a 1-0 lead for Caldwell with 15:40 remaining in regulation. It is Asamoah. Asamoah, the shot, the score! And this one counts. Lydia Asamoah with the equalizer for the Eagles. Lydia Asamoah. Huge goal for the Eagles, her second of the season, and it ties up the score at 1 apiece. $15:25 remaining in regulation as the Eagles get their goal to tie up the game. It's almost a situation where that ball is just knocked around and Asamoah said, look at what I found, and had a point-blank range and put it into the back of the nets. Huge play for the Eagles, cannot overstate it. "15 minutes to play in regulation, a 1-1 game here between the Eagles and the Cougars. Number 3 seed in the CACC, Caldwell, versus the number 10 seed in the CACC, Post. And both coaches in their first season at the helm. Renato Topoli in his first year, Sammy Adjei in his first season. As that is cleared out by the Eagles momentarily. 14.5 to play in regulation. It is Ferreira coming in. Eagles now on the move. It's ahead to Asamoah, who just had the goal. Lydia Asamoah, a Connecticut native from Manchester. Asamoah has played in 10 games coming into this one. Kayla Silva knocks it out of play. 13:40 to play in regulation. McGee throwing on the near side. And they get the handball on Willis. Free kick, Eagles. Heb to take it. Near midfield. 12:50 to play here in regulation. Heb to take it. Heb with a beautiful ball. That will sail past the end line. Substitutions back in for the Cougars. It's Martinez and Modelis back in with 12.5 to play in regulation. Ferreira knocks it out of play. 12 minutes to play in regulation. Free kick, Cougars. Fian to take it. She has a goal in this one. Long ball. Martinez the tap. Willis tried to get around Heb, and Heb clears it out of play with 11:25 to play in regulation. Eagles working around in the backfield. Augustinelli looking for the long ball. She sends it down. Willis look to lead Silva right there. That was Ferreira with the interception. It goes back to Fian. Fian with the tap. Silva controls it. 10 minutes to play here in regulation. It goes to Ferreira here on the near side. Styles right on her. Eagles clear it out. Callis. The freshman works it back to number 7, Tasia Ferreira. McGee. Now it's Asamoah. Fian meets her. The two goal scorers here in this one, Fian and Asamoah. 9:20 to play in regulation. 3 shots on goal for the Cougars, 2 for the Eagles. In a 1-1 game right now. Time winding down here at Lemoy Field. Again, the men's are taking the pitch at 2:30. Post and Caldwell throwing here for McGee on the near side. And it will be Modelis to get on it. Gets it ahead to Willis. A lot of contact at midfield between Augustinelli and Willis. And they get Augustinelli with the foul. 8:45 remaining in regulation. Free kick for the Cougars at midfield. It'll be Fian to take it. And they get Martinez for the foul. Jennifer Schlageter not happy with the call there, the assistant coach for Caldwell. 8:15 to play in regulation. Augustinelli sends the long ball down the pitch, and it gets knocked off of Vitella. And Sirianni will come back in here with 8:05 remaining in regulation. Throw in for the Eagles on the far side. McGee will take it. Another throw-in for the Eagles. Or excuse me, no, we get a free kick. Or no, throw-in for the Eagles on the far side. McGee will toss it in. It appeared as if McGee was going to take a free kick there, but she was just grabbing the ball to head to the sideline. She tosses it in. The header hauled in by Gamanera. It's intended for Willis. Goes overhead. Willis the tap to Silva. And Augustinelli clears it out as it goes out of play. Sarah Costanza back in. Kayla Willis will sub out. 6:40 to play in regulation. Throw in for the Cougars on the near side. Excuse me, no, Willis doesn't come out. She stays in, and she has it right here. Leads it for Costanza. Costanza now. The shot deflected out of play by Amber McGee. So we'll have a corner kick here in the right corner. Martinez will take the corner. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in regulation. Raises her hand. Line drive kick. Off of the foot of Stiles, and it will go out of play. Throw in now for the Cougars on the near side. And they get Willis for the handball. McGee crosses it to Augustinelli on the far side. Sirianni heads it out of play with 5 minutes to play in regulation. Nice play there by Jordan Callis getting involved. It goes off of her, and it'll be a throw-in for Caldwell here on the near side. Ferreira takes it away. And they get a handball on Caldwell. 4:05 remaining in regulation. Free kick here for the Eagles. Hebb will take it. Number 16 in white. The Waterbury native. Excuse me, it looks like it'll be Sirianni to take it. Sirianni looks for Hebb. Costanza getting involved. And it's Tasia Ferreira just getting shoved to the turf. And she's grabbing her left knee. Clock stopped at 3:29. It'll be a free kick for the Eagles. Not quite at midfield. Near that 18-yard box. This clock is still stopped at 3:29. And you would think that Alyssa Hebb would try and make this one. Here is Hebb. Looks to pass it. And it's Gamanera coming out of the net to secure it. Definitely a surprise there that Alyssa Hebb did not try and shoot and score that one. 3:10 to play in regulation. Pardo kicks it over to Campbell. And now it's Campbell sending the long ball towards the sky. Tap to Modalise. Modalise works it to Martinez. 2:45 remaining in regulation. Martinez pass intercepted by Ferreira. Pardo. Great job breaking up there was Ferreira. Now she's coming in. Asamoah and Ferreira working together. Ferreira at midfield. Taps it over to Asamoah. Clock stopped at 2:02. Willis now on the near side has it knocked out of play by Styles. 1:45 remaining in regulation. Time winding down here at Lemoy Field. Corner kick. Right corner. Fian to take it. .85 seconds remaining in regulation. Fian with the corner. Nice ball. The header in front of the nets. The shot wide right. A point blank look for Caldwell eludes them with a minute to play here in regulation.
1 minute remaining in the second half. 1 minute.
Goal kick for Campbell. She goes to Ferreira here on the near side. .40 seconds remaining here in regulation. Styles knocks it out of play. .25 seconds remaining in regulation. Ferreira keeps it in play. .15 seconds remaining in regulation. Final chance here for the Cougars.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game.
So that will do it. This one ends in a 1-1 draw. Megan Fian with a goal for Caldwell. Lydia Asamoah with one for the Eagles. And the men's are coming up here next here at 2:30 on the Nest Network, presented by the CACC Network.